Hi, my name is Cricket, and this is Bentley. He's one of my studs, and he's in a desperate need for a groom. And I'm going to show you how to do a Schnauzer ear. I just did this, and you couldn't see it in the video, so I had to start over. But I'll just repeat what I did. This is a 10 blade. I usually use a 15, but since it's cold winter time, I'm using a little bit longer blade. On the ear, you go straight down the middle, and then on the sides, you want to go out towards the edge, straight towards the edge. When it starts to curve, you want to change it to go with it. This boy's dirty, so bear with me. He's a good boy, though. I'm going to give him a bath to finish him. Alright, that's all there is really to it. This is just to the top of the ear. Then I'm going to change my blades. Just take this one off. And I want to give you a little tip here. Bentley, stay right here. When you put a blade on there, make sure it's free. Loose. Push this back and forth to make sure it's free and not stuck. There are plastic parts inside your clippers, and if it's stuck and you turn it on, it can break those pieces and your clippers won't last very long. So you put your blade on there. This is a snap-on blade. Turn it on first and then snap it down. That's the way I was taught to do it. Alright. The inside of the ear, I do the same thing in the middle. Be careful of these little folds right here. You don't want to catch those, so go in front of that and then just go straight down the middle. And then you go, put your finger behind the ear and go straight to your finger. This may look scary, but it shouldn't be, because as long as you have your blade like this to the edge, it is not going to cut your dog's ear. Be still, baby. If you're like going like this little bitty piece of skin can get in between these blades and it will cut it. So don't be worried about cutting it. Now if you get it at a, be still, Bentley. If you get it at an angle, this way, just even a little bit, you can catch it. Or a little bit this way, or try to do it this way. Don't do that. Go straight to the edge, over the edge to your finger. You will have a nice, neat ear with a great edge on it. You see how that's coming off? It's just nice and neat. This part, I don't touch the skin. You don't have to touch the skin. Down here you can a little bit, but it's not necessary to bear down. Alright, there's a nice neat little ear. Not hard to do if you know what you're doing. Now I'm going to go back to my 10 blade, and I've already used it so I don't have to free it up. And I'm going to start just behind his skull, and I'm going to go forward. I'm just going to do his head because I'm leaving the hair long on his body because it's cold outside, and when they go outside, I either have to put a jacket on them or leave their hair long. I might trim up some of it. Alright, the eye socket has a little bone. You feel your dog's eye socket. There's a bone right about here. You want to shave down to that bone. The top of that bone, and that's as far as you want to go. And I'd come on the sides all the way You want to come to even with that eye socket. And I'm going against the hair, the way it grows. I know where it is, I'm not feeling, but you can feel it right there. Now to go in between the eyes, I hold this over all this stuff, including eyelashes, and I go just with this side of the blade, I go down on this side. Now hold this side over and just use this, about this much of the blade on the inside. You might have to scissor this up a little bit to get that like you want it. Now you want to catch just a little bit of this up here because it's too much down below by the eye. But I go about maybe a ½ inch down, it depends on the size of your dog, towards the nose. Now here's the tricky part, but this makes a lot of difference. Make sure you have the eyelashes. I'm an eyelash person. And if you go, I hope you can see this, if you go like this in front of the eye, the blades will not touch the eye or the eyelid. It's not as scary as it looks. Can you see what I'm talking about? It just comes straight like that. This is how you do it. Poodles, underneath a poodle's eye. But I like to be able to see the eyes. If you can't see the eyes, you just can't, you don't get the Schnauzer expression. Alright, I'm not going to do the other side. He's got some eyelashes in here. They're kind of long and thin. I think I cut his off last year. Now the rest of the ear, I'm not doing the ear anymore. The rest of the eyebrow I'll do with scissors. And this is also scary when you first start because you're afraid you're going to poke or cut or something. I cut at an angle up like that. And I cut that off a little bit. This is just in general. All right, now I'm going to comb all this forward. And I'm going to get those eyelashes. I'm going to hold those eyelashes down, and I'm going to trim this to a point. He's been groomed a lot, so he's very good and still. This is not my best suit doing these. I'm always wishing I could do it better. I have a little smaller pair of scissors somewhere. Now this you might want to do with the protected ends of the scissors so that you don't feel like you're going to poke them, but I like to do the pointed ones because I can get where I'm going. The other ones just push stuff aside. I trim just a little bitty bit off above the lid, which keeps the hair kind of out of their eyes. I've got that eyelash down right there. But it also makes that eyelash and that eye very visible. Just that little bit of trimming right there. And I'm never happy. Watch that eyelash. I'm never happy with my eyebrows. I don't care how much. I've been doing this for 15 years. Now on this part, I comb everything forward. I did not comb him before this, so he's kind of got a few snags. Pull everything forward, and cut from, there's his little nose, cut straight down. And then on this edge, my curved scissors are worthless. So I'm doing it with straight. But if you have curved scissors, this does much better. And I curve around right there. And then kind of curve up right here. Or you can go down. I hope you can see this. My arm's probably right in the way. But that's, I mean, you can adjust it to how short or long you want to leave it. And maybe you don't like this style. But this is how I like my guys, because they stay cleaner. Their faces stay cleaner. And it's just all about bringing this all forward and cutting it straight down to get the right length and everything. And still got my 10. So you would bring the net up here. This is the line right along with the eye, but you want to come straight down and around. The other eye is the same. Now I start going, because it's not summer, I start going down instead of up once I leave the ear area to make it come out a little bit longer. And then on this part I'll change blades and use a longer blade. He's dirty. I can hear it in the blades. I'm going to give him a bath to finish grooming him. But that's all I wanted to do, was show you the basics. I didn't do the greatest of jobs because he's not clean. But that's the basic of doing the head with that cutesy little look and where you can see the eyes. Now sometimes he's got a little extra hair there. I'm putting the 40 back on. Now this is kind of tricky. You do not want to get up into here with the 40. You want to get out here on the edge and just get this little bit right here, because this is very short, and get that out from under there where that tear stain would be. If he was white, he might have a tear stain. And that's it. And I'm going to do another video, more complete, and do the bottoms of the feet and the booty and, you know, everything else that needs to be done, hopefully, and help you guys out that want to do your own dogs.